it's coming and going, becoming while scrolling. Okay. We look into that why I think there is a communication in the system and the project, right? The flow seems to be. Okay. We have worked on index, index of last index of join, length, string. These are the things we have worked on. Right? We are going to work on a few more. Converting arrays to strings. We have worked on it to string and join. Next, popping and pushing. That is what. When you work with arrays, it is easy to remove elements and add new elements. On click of the button, if you wanted to add new elements or if you wanted to remove elements, can be done. Uh, Pop. The pop method removes the last element from an array. Pop method removes the last element from an array. Now let us write. Let me come here. Create one more. There. Pop. Now here we are discussing month names. Month names. Dot. Pop means it removes the last element from an array. Array dot pop. The pop method returns the value that was popped out. That means whichever item is removed, that will give us. So now what I'll do, I'll just print console log the last one, and after removing the last one. And whatever is removed, that will return this. Want to store it immediately. I can say let the removed item, removed element. Now, now I'm clicking on this pop. See, Jan to December is there. Then we have removed the December. Jan to September. After September, December is the November is there. Now I'm clicking one more time. Full November. Are you able to see? We are removing the last. That's it. After that, we are not removing. Pop means removing the last element. Whichever is removed will be giving us as a return. If you want, you can store it in the memory. We have like pop. We have one more is there. Push. Push. The push method adds a new element at the end of the pop is removing the last. Push is adding at the last. So now I'll create one. Let's say one names. Now this push method is adding at the last. The push method returns the new array length. Whenever it is added, that a new array, that element which is added, that array length will be returning. Now here I'll say transcript adding it. Then you see the month. After December, one thing extra has been added. And March, April, May. 2 Septembers are there because we have tested yesterday from last index. So I'm removing the extra September. We are purposefully given to get the last index. Followed there we are adding 130. And the pop gives us the returned element. Push gives us the index of the added. We are only adding, right? We have what we wanted to add. Given the index. New length is given. It's 13 it will give. If I add one more, we give 14. If I add one more, length it will be giving us. If you want, we can store it in a variable or use it whatever. I'll say
अपराधियों को
you don't give index. give the length. Total how many elements are? You can do that. We'll go. There is something called splice. SPLIC. It will be. Right now we are working on removing at the end, adding at the end. Then we'll be working on removing at the start, adding at the start. Then we'll be working on removing in between, adding in between. I'm clicking on push. See, now after adding it is showing 13. Add one more. Understood what is pop and push? What is pop? Last element and returns the removed element. What is the push? And gives the new array length. If I add one more thing, length will be changed, right? That will be. Then shifting elements. Shifting is equivalent to popping, but working on the first element instead of shift. The shift method removes the first array and shifts all other elements to lower elements. Like shift, we have unshift is also. The unshift method adds a new element to an array at the beginning and unshifts other elements. Shift and unshift. Pop means removing at the last. Shift means removing at the first. Shift means removing at the first. Shift method removes the first array element. Now let us see here. I am creating one more. Say, name, what exactly this returns? The shift method returns the value that was shifted up, which out is removed. I can look at it in console. Before removing, after. Now I am clicking on shift. See, January is there. We have removed the January. Shift. If I say pop, December, November, shift, May, June, pop, October, September. Understanding? Moving from the starting. So array, we can remove or insert at the end of an array. We can remove or insert at the starting of the starting of. Now we are actually removing at the starting using shift. There is one more method is there, unshift. The unshift method adds a new element to an array at the beginning and unshifts older elements. Right. Now let us try. Unshift. See. And I wanted to add. What you wanted to add. You can add it, whatever you wanted to add. What shall I add? I'll say something I am adding. Now it will be add. Let me start. Now see here, on the shift, we have 12 items. Now we have added first number. Understand? So in array, can we add at the starting? Can we add at the end? Can we remove at the starting? Can we and remove at the end? For that, four methods are there. Push, adding at the end. Pop, removing at the end. Shift, removing at the end. Unshift, adding at the starting with. Again, I am telling you, no need to buy hard. Okay, shift means adding at the start. Unshift. No need to buy hard. Everything is documented. So now you should remember the possibilities. Yes, we can add or we can remove. Then whenever the situation demands, we can come to these websites and just go to the single liners and use it. If you do it multiple times, no need to remember again. You will be comfortable. But so starting part is done and ending part is done. Adding and removing at starting and adding and removing at the end is also done. Then the thing will be working on another method called slice. Realize. Slice adds, removes elements from an array. It is useful for adding or removing. A screwdriver is useful for tight the bolt or loose the bolt. Exactly. Slice. Now let us come to slice. The splice method adds or removes the array elements. The splice method overrides the virtual array. It modifies the existing array. And what you have to give first index required. Position to add or remove items, whether whether you want it to add or whether you want it to remove, you have to specify the index of. And second option is how many number of items to be removed. Second option. If you want it to remove anything, you just specify how many you want it to remove. By chance, if you don't want it to remove anything, you just give 0. Nothing will be removed. Then the third option, new elements to be added. If you wanted to add anything, you just mention what you wanted to add will be added. Understanding now, let us try this. Slice. Slice is useful for adding or removing. Here it is, I'm writing it now. Let us say let Raman. Like a character, Raman. I have created some characters. Raman characters I have created. I hope everyone knows this character. Now, Ram, Lakshman, Ravan, Indrajit, Sukha, Sita. Now, I wanted to remove. I can remove. I wanted to add. I can add. I wanted to do both. Both also can be done at the same time. How? What I will do? Now, I am just printing this Ramayana character. This Ramayana characters. Now, what I wanted to do? I wanted to delete. Now, Ram, Lakshman, Sita are good characters of this story. Ravan, Indrajit, are bad characters of this story. Now, I wanted to remove Ravan, Indrajit, and Sukha. So what I will do? I just say Ramayana characters dot slice. First, the starting from where you want, whether it is removing or adding. Now, 0, 1, basically from second index on. So I am giving second index on. I want it to perform, whether it is adding or deleting anything. Then what do you want it to? Now, second delete count. How many you want it to? If you don't want it to delete anything, you just say 0. Nothing will be deleted. And if I say next, if you wanted to add anything, you just add those things. Now, as of now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to remove Ravan, Indrajit, Surpanaka. So I'll say 3. 2 comma 3. That means what? From second index onwards, remove the next. Now I will print it after deletion. It modifies the question. Now see what happens. So, nice. Rama, Lakshman, Ravan, Indrajit, Sita. From second index onwards, I have removed 3. Ravan, Indrajit, and Sita. Understanding what I'm saying? Now, this is a deleting. Now, I wanted to insert instead of deleting. what I'll do, instead of deleting, say Ramayana characters dot place. What I wanted to do, Ram, Lakshman, Sita is there. Now I wanted to add a few more characters. Where you wanted to add Ram, Lakshman, in second index onwards, I wanted to zero. Second index onwards, I wanted to add from where? How many I wanted to delete? I don't want it to delete in this scenario. So zero. I don't want it to delete it. Then the new items, what we wanted to add. Now Ram Lakshman is there. Bharat. So in this scenario, I am removing 3 from second index. In this scenario, from second index, I am not removing anything, adding. Now, if I come here, if I try now, slice Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, Ravan, Indrajit, Swapnasi. We are adding but not removing. Earlier case, we are removing, not adding. But this slice can do both at the same time, adding and removing at the same time. How? Let me write it. Let me comment this also. So I'll say Ramayana characters dot slice from second index onwards, remove 3, then add this. Or I'll add Hanuman. There is no Ramayana without Hanuman. Now let us see. In this case, we are only removing. In this case, we are only adding. In this case, we are adding. Now, let us see. If I click on this slice, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, Hanuman, Sita, Ravan, Indrajit, Swapnaka, deleted and added. Actually speaking, if you are good at splice, there is no need of push, pop, shift, unshift. All the 4 can be done with single method. So you just, if you wanted to add, you just give index 0. If you wanted to add, you just give index 0. Then number of items to be removed 0. Then add element. If you wanted to add at the length, at the last array dot length, you'll be getting it. So there you can add it at the last. Understanding what I'm saying? Understood splice? So pop, push, adding, removing at the last. Shift, unshift, adding, removing at the starting. Splice, it can add and remove wherever you want. At starting or at center, at the end, wherever you want it to. This is one of the most powerful methods. Splice. S-P-L-I-C. Splice. Okay. Now, let us come to the other methods. Then I am not following exact order because I am covering category. Okay. Adding, removing. Now we have covered around 5. Next, concat. Concat joins arrays and returns an array with that joint array. If you wanted to join 2 arrays, we can use this concat. That means what? Now I'll say Bollywood actors. Example, without Hrithik and any names you can give names. Okay, I have given three names. Let Bollywood India alternate was. I have added this. Now let us see. Let Bollywood Vijay have created and I will say let and something like this I have created. Now I wanted to create an array called Indian actors. What? What is the difference between Sandalwood, Bollywood, Collywood, and Indian actors? All these actors part of Indian actors only, right? I wanted to merge everything and create one single array. I can use concat. I'll say let Bollywood, Indian actors. Indian actors. Now let us see here. See array one dot concat. It is generating a new array which is storing images. But comma separated you can give multiple values also. Understand it? So now what I will do, I will say Bollywood actors dot cat. If I say Indian actors is equal to Bollywood actors, only Bollywood actors will come. But along with Bollywood actors, I want Bollywood actors, Bollywood actors, and then this here. Understand? Now if I click on this Indian actors, let us see what. Click on concat. Amitabh, Hrithik, Ranbir, NTR, Anand, Prabhat, Ajit, yes. Everything is part of one array. This is one way of doing it. There is a shortcut also. There is a shortcut. That means the same thing I can do like this. This is Indian actors, right? I'm getting one more. Let Indian actors is equal to now an array. Is there any elements in it? Now I'll say dot 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 Bollywood actors. That means the elements of that Bollywood array will be added into this. Comma dot 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 Tollywood actors. Comma dot 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 Sandalwood actors. It's a shortcut I'm showing. Understanding Bollywood, Tollywood, Sandalwood. I think we have Collywood is also Collywood. Dot 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 Tollywood. Understanding now let us try it. I wanted to print actors. second one is concat. Both does the same thing, two different approaches. The second one is the short dot dot slash dot 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 three dots, and give the array name and putting it into the array, everything will be added into this. Concat I can use, dot 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 I can use. But we call it as a spread operator. What? Spread operator. Dot 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 is spread operator in this sense. Okay. Prakash. Granaga. Granaga. Okay. There is one more. Is there fill? What is fill? Fills the elements in an array with the static value. That means if you have array of now, see, imagine here it is showing all the actor names. All the actor names it is showing. Now I wanted to replace each and every element of an array with some name. Now out of these so many actors, who is highest paid actor? Suppose it is getting 5 crores, 10 crores. Because here 120, 130 crores is getting per movie, per movie. Now I wanted to replace each and every actor with the Bravas, for example. Then I use fill. Each and every item will be replaced. Understanding? Just to show here. Now let me create same. I can show like this. Just to show you, I'm just giving a simple example. Till that 10th marks equal to 10, 50. This is our 10th marks array. It is good marks or bad marks? Good marks. 10 marks are good marks. Array, I didn't know, my teacher used to scold me then. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 are not good marks. Now I wanted to replace everything with 100. So I will say 10th marks dot till 100. Everything, each and every element will be replaced. Okay. Now let us see. Before it, after. Now let us see. Before 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, plus single value. We have 100, 100 will be replaced. 1000, 1000 will be replaced. 1 crore, 1 crore will be replaced. Understood, Phil? Array methods are easy or complicated? Easy. Because I am showing easy methods. That's why it is easy. Now let us try find. Right? Find. What exactly this find? Yes, Shravan, do you have any question?
Sir, if we want to replace any one value, sir, then what is the possibility, sir?
There are certain methods. We have index of. Index of we can get, if you give the value, we'll get the index right.
Yes, sir.
Then based on that index value, you change the value.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Okay, sir.
See, for example, I wanted to replace this 10 with 90, for example. Now, index of I can give. We give the value, we get the index. Okay, once you get the index, change the value. Now, see here. 10 marks of 0. 0 is, if we give us 10, but I'll give 100. That means what? The value, the value of the arithmetic we are assigning it. So where you have 10, but you don't know where it is, just use index of. You'll be getting that index. Once you get the index, change. Okay. Next, we are going to work on find. Find returns the value of the first element in an array that pass a test. Returns the first element of an array that passes. Now let us see what is this. So let me create one more button. Find. Now what I will do is let the 10 marks is equal to say 2 the 30 40 2 3 4 5 6. Now what I wanted to do, whichever is the subject marks greater than 50, I wanted to get the value. We have multiple values. Whichever is greater than 50, I wanted to get the. In that case, we can use find. And marks dot find. Now here, if you see, it is expecting callback function. Is we can give you a callback function. We can give you callback. Callback functions. Earlier I said there are three types of functions. One is anonymous function. On click, what we are writing is anonymous function, no name to it. And there is named function. We are writing at the top, and we are giving a name. Now we are using callback function. What is callback function? Callback function means we can pass function as a parameter. Now this is find is a method, and inside this I am creating a function. It's called as callback function. I am passing the function as a parameter, called as a callback function. Okay, now here what I do is say return. I will be getting now this function. Now this is a function. This function will be executed. How many times? Number of array elements. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. This function will execute 6 times. It will execute 6 times. And each time it is executing, that element will come as a parameter. That means I am giving the mark. First time 20 will be the parameter. Second time 30 will be the parameter. Third time 40. This is like that. Understanding first of all what is the callback function. It's the same thing. You are passing it, you are writing it inside the parameter. As a parameter you are passing. All these days we are passing variables as a parameter. Yes, sir. Now function we are passing as a parameter. Called as callback. Now I'll say return marks. Now what exactly is this? What exactly we are getting? We are getting the value which is greater than 50. Which value? The first value. Out of array, see 60 is also greater than 50. 70 is also greater than 50. Which value do we get? First value will be getting. Now that I am storing it into a variable. That ABC some name. Now let us see. Now let us see. The find method returns the value of the first element that passed a test. What is our test here? Greater than 50. The find method executes a function for each array element. If I have 10 elements, 10 times it will be 100, 100 times. Every time it is executing, that each element will come as a parameter. The find method returns undefined if no elements are found. The find method does not execute the function for empty array. The find method does not change. Now let us try this. Let's find now. What are we getting? 60. Why 60 are we getting? Greater than or equal to 50 is there, but that is not greater than that. We haven't given equal, greater than. Greater than. The first one. Now, for example, if I give 200, what will you? 200 will come. That is greater than 500 for the first one. Understand? Understood what is find? What is find? Find is nothing but we have a condition. It will check each and every element is as per the condition. Any one of these things are satisfied, that will give the value. That is find. Got a point? Now, normally, marks means 0 to 100 will be there. Marks means 0 to 100 will be there. Now, imagine I have 65 subjects. I have 65 subjects. Now, out of the 65 subjects, I wanted to check is there anything wrong with anything greater than 100. Then I can use this. Understand? Complicated. Now I'll just change it to, now let us say 20, 30, 40, 25, then 35. Now what will I get? Undefined. Now say find undefined. That means there is no value less than or greater than 50. Understood what is find? Like find, we have one more is there. Find index. Find returns the value of the first element in an array that pass a test. Value. Find index means returns the index of the first element in an array that pass a test. That means now let me give bold values. index will give the value which is 60. Find index will give the index of that 60. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 I should get. Now see, if I click on find, I am getting 60. If I click on find index, I am getting the index of that 60. That's the position I will be getting. Understanding or not? Now I have changed the gear a bit because almost all the simple methods are completed, like reverse, concat, length, splice, push, pop. All these are simple methods we have completed. Now little masala. Little masala means inside a function we are passing another function. Callback function. Yeah. Then I said while working on functions, I said we'll be working on callback functions at every point of time. This is the right. Then if I cover it, creates confusion. Now we have worked on functions, name the functions, and understand it much better. Okay. Okay. We have worked on find and find index. Okay. And we have something called every. Checks if every element in an array pass a test. That means what you know. Just to give you an example. Every. Now I am giving marks 90, 80, 70, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And mark 6 variables I have created in an array. I can create 6 variables or I can show it in a single variable. Now I want to check student is passed or failed in test. What I have to do? Pass with 35. Check with 35. So how do I do that? Say let pass marks 35 and say if how do I compare with 35? And marks of 0 greater than or equal to pass marks. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we say log in else log. Like this I am writing it. If I have 65 subjects, I have to write like this only. 0, 1, 2, 3, like that I have to write. Now let me see overall what is the result. Let's say every failed in 10. Why failed in 10? One subject has less than 35, which is 25. That's a failed in 10. If I give 55, then passed in 10. Doing fine, no problem. No need of writing all these things. We can use every. That means what? Now what I will do? Let me maintain the same old 25 marks. I want it now instead of writing like this. Instead of writing all these things, what I will do is say 10th marks dot every. And I am I'll say return marks greater than or equal to pass. Now, every we are calling it for 10th. Now, how many elements are there in 10th mark? 6. So, this arrow function or callback function will be called 6 times. And each time it is calling, each one element comes as a parameter. First 90. 90 is greater than pass marks are not at 6. 8 is greater than pass marks are not 6. 17, 14, like that. Finally, it gives either true or false. If all the elements are satisfied, it gives true. If anyone is not satisfied, it gives based on the figure. So now I say let result. I just got the result. If result is false, that means fail. Result is true, that means false. Now see here. What it's saying? False. That means fail. Now why it is failed? Basically, we are checking each and every condition. One condition is not satisfied. Now, if I say 55, now but it is true, it is false, it is fail. False, it is fail. Now, there is nothing wrong. I can write like this also. It is 65 subjects. What I have 65 I have to write it. Now, if this approach, whether it is 65 subjects, 600 subjects, 6 lakh subjects, simple. We are checking each and every element with some condition. If anyone fails to satisfy, it returns or it returns. Understanding what I'm saying? Complicated? Understand what is every. Filter creates a new array with every element in an array that pass a test. Creates a new array with every element in an array that passes a test. That means what? Let me try with filter. Now what I will do, let 7, 1, 1, 1, 2, some array elements have created. Now I wanted to use filter. What? I wanted to filter only even numbers. Even numbers means what? 2 percent divisible by 2. Even numbers I wanted to store. Now 11 is an even number. 22. 33 is an even number. 44. Like that I wanted to store. So I can use filter. How do I do that? Now I say let even numbers equal to numbers dot filter. Now here I am creating an arrow function. Let's say number, and here I'll write return number modulus 2 0. That means what? If it is divided by 2 and the remainder is 0, then that will be added into this. Now see what happens. 22, 44, 66, 88, 222, 440 are even numbers. We are giving a condition inside filter. The condition satisfies, will be added into the new array. Not satisfied, will not be added into the new array. Because we have given callback function which will be called for each and every. Understanding what I'm saying? Now let us try. Now I wanted to get odd numbers. I wanted to get odd numbers. Say let odd numbers equal to numbers dot filter. I'm creating a number, say return number modulus not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then that means the odd number. That's clear. If after division remainder is not 0, it means odd number. These are all even numbers. 11, 33, 55, 77, 99, 111, 3, are odd. Filtering or not? Or let me try one more. Let's say that 10 marks equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. Six subjects I have given. Now what I wanted to get the marks of not a good performance. It is less than 70. What are the marks less than 70? I consider poor marks. I wanted to get good marks less than 70. Then I can filter it. How that 2 marks and marks dot filter. I'm getting an error. Then I say return less than or 70. If this is true, that will be stored 70 or less than 70. Now I give understanding what is filtering. We are giving a condition. If this condition is satisfied, stores into the array. That is filter. We are using callback functions mainly. That callback function, we are getting the parameter and we are using filter find index. For each is nothing but now if I wanted to loop an array, this is one of the best for each. How do I do that? Now see here. Click what I now I have these ones. Now I wanted to display the zeroth index value. What I have to do? Index of zero, I have to give the log and the log. Zero. So it gives. Now I wanted to print the value of 66. One. 0, 1, 3, 4. If I write like this, each and every element of an array will be passed. It will be displayed basically. Now I come here. Each and every element is displayed perfectly fine. Now what I can do? I can do it in a much better way. What? Using loops. How? I'll just comment this. I've already worked on the for loop, right? So for let I equal to 0, I less than and the marks dot length nine. That means now we are getting the length of the array and we are implementing it. I'll say console log. Now I'm giving I give. What happens? I value becomes 0 first, that will be displayed. Then it becomes 1, that will be 3, 4, 5. It will be displayed. Yes or no? Now let us run it. Sorry. Let's run it. 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 45. Why it is giving undefined? Because less than or equal to have if array of 10 elements are there. Index will be up to 9 only, no? 0 to 9, starting from 0. So less than 50. loop we are doing. This we have already worked on earlier. But the only thing extra we have done that instead of saying 10, array dot length we have extra. Now, even you don't need to write this also. Instead of writing this initializing condition checking all those things, you can simply write that. For each here marks. Value console of each and everything. I'm not initializing. I'm not checking condition. I'm not doing anything that keeps. And the marks actually. Why we need array? Instead of writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or instead of writing for, I have used for each directly. Understanding what I'm complicated? No, still. While I was learning, I felt it is complicated. I am using on arrays from so many days, actually speaking so many years. Still, if I wanted to work on arrays, I come to this WS. Single liners are there. I'll see. Okay, here I have to use shift, or here I have to use unshift or pop. Certain methods I am comfortable, like push, I know, adds at the ending. But shift, unshift, I'll confuse. It is adding or removing or starting or something. Come here and go through it once and use it. Understand? Clear? What do we do here? Throughout the year, we study for the exams. But just before half an hour before the exam, also, we do something. There are certain people while going on the bike, person will be taking him. See like this, then you will understand. Okay, this guy is preparing for the exams, right? Understanding for each. For this for each, I have to give any starting, ending, condition, nothing. Now array has 10 elements. 10 elements will be loop. 20, 20 will be loop. 100, 100,000, 1,000. For each is nothing but loop each and every element of it. And we have something called constructor. There is nothing to work for because that is their class. Whenever you create a copy of it, constructor in their class will be executed. What do we do for that? We have given that constructor is there, but we don't use it. We have something called includes. Check if an array contains the specified element. The includes method returns true if an array contains a specified value is not right. Like we have every right checks each and every element with some condition. Here it checks whether it is there or not. Now let me give you an example. Uh, that, I'm getting Mahabharata characters. Uh, I've created these Mahabharata characters like that. I've created them. Now I want you to check whether this array has a Sri Krishna is there or like anything. No, it's a Mahabharata character. Dot is there. Is not there. Now will it return true or false? Sri Krishna is not there. Now I'll say is it true or false? Why again false? It's not mistake. I have purposefully given. Checks. I have given here Sri SRI given SHRI. If I give SHRI also here. Now if we have array of 1,000 elements, out of that you want to check this is there or universe will be. Understanding what I'm saying? Now we are learning it. Now while working on server communication according to our requirement, which to be used. Uh, okay, we have few more are there from is there a map reduce right that we will try to work it on next session. We have, I think we have covered 6 or 7 methods, maybe more than that we have covered. How many we have covered? 11 we have covered. 9, yeah. 9, 11, 13. Which one? 13 we have covered. Push block we have covered. No? Okay, whatever the number it is, 13 or 14 or 10, whatever the number it is, you just practice on this. In our next session, we are going to work on. Okay, there are few more out there. and we have something called sort. We have to work on sort. That we are going to work on it. Slice we have to work. Sum we have to work. Splice we have work. Uh, Reduce and reduce right we have to work. Map we have to work. This we use it a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. We use array. Out of that, 50% of the time we use map. That's very. From is also important. From is also they have asked it many interviews. From also you working on it. And around 4 or 5 methods are will be working it in. I want you to practice. Again, I am telling you, you remember the possibilities. Possibility means what? We can add at the starting. We can add at the ending. We can remove at the starting. We can remove at the ending. We can add or remove in between also. We can search whether it is there or not. We can get the index of the value or we get the value of the index. Just remember the possibilities. Then whenever the requirement comes, you come to this page and if you work on now, at the time of interview, it will be helpful. Remember, interviewer is experienced than me. So, if you answer, if he asks you the question, if you answer it, he will also check what is your practical knowledge. If you ask only theory, he can understand. If you ask only theory, he can understand. If you have practical knowledge, then he will understand. Okay, this guy has practical knowledge. That is important. Don't think that interviewers are fools. Okay, let me not prepare anything in the last. Okay, let's prepare 100 questions. Then we can clear. That's what I said. Interviewers, what is their role? If you are a bad programmer, for example, if they hires you and you'll be in his team, you are not performing well. Whose headache is that? His headache only, na? For example, Sai Prakash is hiring. He has interviewed me. I know only theory. I don't know practice. Somehow I cleared the interview. Now I have joined. Once I joined, Sai Prakash gives me the work. 1 day work, I'll take 3 days. What Sai Prakash has to do. He will say, Manjunath, please make it fast. Politely, he will say, first time. Second day, politeness will be reduced a bit. Harshness will be increased. Got a point? That is his headache only now. Now, okay, after 10 days, 20 days, he fired me, for example. Then another person has to come. Till then, again that person has to come, that a person has to wait for a few days. It's not like you join and start working. So that's why what Sai Prakash will do, he will be utmost careful while hiring his team. Otherwise, he is responsible for deliverables. Yes, sir. See, take Rajamouli movie.